Well, Gladiator achieved. But before the video starts, thanks a lot for 150 subscribers, it means a lot to me. If you're wondering why there is no giveaway, it's because there is a gift bug right now, because of course there is one, it's Riot. So I'm delaying the next giveaway till it's fixed. And with that, on with the video. It's been a while since I had fun playing League. This mode has been an overall blast to play, whether it was with friend or alone. If you didn't play yet, I highly recommend it, because it's honestly rare to have actual fun playing League of Legends. Now, if you're still grinding to Gladiator or you want to start the grind a bit later, this is how I climbed. Since I'm an ADC main, I focus on ADCs, of course, and I played mainly Kaisa, Vayne, MF, Xayah, and Ashe. For Kaisa, I focus on two builds, Kraken, Navari, Nashers, or Phantom Deather for AD or hybrid, and Ludens, Horizon Focus, and Deadcap for full AP Kaisa, and yes, no Q or E evolution. One thing though, Kaisa is super, but I mean super reliant on augments for builds to work. That's why I recommend, no matter what build you will go for, start with the attack speed hammer and put 1 point in Q and 2 points in W, because who care about E anyway. If your two first augments are better for attack speed like little tempo or range increase, then go for hybrid or AD, and of course Q max first. But if you get augments like first strike or ability crit chance, then go AP. Miss Fortune on the other hand, I prefer going for full lethality because after a couple items I can start doing this. Alright, let me get something straight here. We complain about AP Kaisa W damage for weeks when MF can legit one-shot you with 1 Q and 1 auto attack. At least with Kaisa I need to hit my W. Gosh. But anyway, for Vayne, Xayah and Ashe, it's standard ADC build. Just know that Ashe and Xayah can be a bit harder to play, especially if your teammate picks a low damage support like an Alistar. Since you have low mobility and you're a squishy ADC, the enemy team can easily run you down, ignoring totally your support peeling. So little PSA, if you see a Xayah, just don't pick Alistar thinking it's a free win. Finally, for bans, I recommend going for Heimerdinger, since putting a billion turret in the middle of the map, not allowing you to play the game, is not the funnest experience in the game, not gonna lie. Then Swain, because you have zero way to get out of his AoE in such a small map. And finally Teemo, because getting blinded every single second is hell. But apart from that, getting Gladiator is not hard at all. Just a question of time, so don't worry too much into playing meta stuff, just make sure you have fun. One thing for sure though, the addition of the ranked mode is probably the reason why it works so well. I don't think I would have played 2v2v2 that much without it, so good job Riot. But how about the game quality? Now, although yes, sometimes you will run into the super sweaty duo that will pick a really cancer composition, and yes, also sometimes you will run into the super tryhard that will flame you if you don't play well, overall, most of my games were pretty chill. It's rare I get anyone that actually flames me. Most people are pretty chill and friendly, or just don't talk and play the game and then leave, and I'm fine with that. People are mainly here to climb in peace or just have fun, so you don't have this toxic mindset you will find in League Ranked. But yeah, apart from some triple balancing and some cameos like Naafiri, like seriously, why do our dogs do so much damage? Overall, I don't have really anything bad to say. But in 3 weeks the game will go away and that's a bit sad, but still I don't think that keeping the 2v2v2 permanent would be a good idea. Although Riot have already made the decision to remove Arena after the end of Soul Fighter, you can find a lot of comments on Reddit, Twitter and YouTube asking them to keep the game mode for long term. And to be honest, this is a bad idea, because the current 2v2v2v2 was made with a Soul Fighter event in mind, so when the event ends it will just feel out of place, and with more people reaching Gladiator, people will simply stop playing. If you want a good example of this, take Genshin. If you ever played Genshin for at least a bit, you might know that every summer during the patch, right before a new massive region is released, we have a summer event, where Holoverse releases a new zone with a lot of new puzzles and chests to collect. And the first iteration of this came out 2 years ago with the Golden Apple Archipelago, and a lot of people wanted this zone to remain in the game forever. But in the same logic as the League, if the zone stayed after the event ended, there will simply be zero reason for a player to really ever go back there. So instead of keeping it forever, Hoyoverse removed the zone, reworked it and released it the next year to hype up players for the new region. And it worked. A lot of people like me come back to the game because they look up to the new summer event. This can easily be done for League too. Instead of keeping it 2v2v2, I feel like it's better to rework it by changing the balance, augments, cameos, map, and link it to a new event like Star Garden for example, to make the game mode feel fresh and fun to play and grind again. Now, during this video, I only really praise Arena because I think, like many others, that we finally actually got an actual event, and not those quote-unquote events with only past skin and orbs. But I feel like there's a downside to the 2v2v2 success. If you read the title, you might know where I'm going with this, but yes, the success of Arena might be the final nail in the coffin for any PvE game modes. think about it, Riot is a company that loves data more than anything, and makes decisions a lot of time only based on it. So with Arena's success, it just makes sense that it would just focus more on PvP. The last time Riot said anything officially about PvE was almost 2 years ago with this blog post, where they said that they didn't have any plans to bring these modes back. Which basically says they don't want to invest anything into PvE, and that's kinda depressing because Odyssey was the best time I ever had in League. I really love this game mode, and I know I'm not the only one in the spot. I really don't want to wait years for the MMO to come out just to finally get a new boss fight with a League champ. Especially when I feel like PvE game mode would fit so well a more lore-oriented summer event like Sentinel of Light. Imagine if we had a Viego boss fight at the end of the event and not a slideshow. It would have made the event so much better. Or maybe it's just me coping a lot, but I don't know. I just hope there's still a little chance for a PvE game mode in the future. And there we go. I really wanted to talk about Arena because I truly had a blast and it made me think of 2018 with the Odyssey. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, follow me on Twitch and subscribe. It helps me a ton. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.